Hi, welcome. My name is Raul Lomeli Jr. Behind me we have our field days that we do every year here in Yuma. I work for the seed company 3-Star Lettuce. We'll be going through a couple of our items that we have out here. They range from spinaches, lettuces, to spring mixes as well. We'll be going through a couple of things out here, and we'll show you what we have. What we have back here is one of our varieties. What we look for is the head shape. You know, as you can see, it's a little flat round. Pointed bottoms on it as well. We look for the ribs, making sure that they're nice and straight like this. Normally, if there's something that's not making size, or if it's got too ribby bottoms, you know, but this one's nice. Normally, we won't really like that trait, and some of the customers might not like it either. But normally we try to look for something that's a little more stable like this, and it's a traditional flat round head shape. What we have here is one of our romaines. What the customers look for, they look for that nice dark green color and a nice tall size right here. We normally put trials out of these out with other customers out in their own fields, just so they can get comfortable with this. With the variety, what we look for, we look at the rib right here. It's a little risen, but not too bad, like this right here. What we also look for in this is we cut it in half like this. As you can see, it's got a short core, so normally, you know, it gets all that weight, and the less core it has right here, the more weight and more product one will have. As far as applications, a lot of growers and a lot of shippers will use it for something called top and tail. Basically, you chop up the top like this, and then you go like that, and that's the product that one wants right here for the salads, for your bag salads that you get at the stores. And you get that nice contrast right here, nice yellow to green, what they call in the industry bleaching. The next thing that we have here is our butter lettuces. We got the contrast in between the light green and the dark green. Normally a lot of our customers like to use the lighter green butters for the salads, you know, that you find that packaged at the store, that's already pre-cut and ready to go. Our darker butters are mostly used more for the fresh pack, what they call. So they'll pack it into a cellophane bag or a clamshell, and you at the store can go and buy them just whole, you know, which requires some washing and trimming back at home. But normally for these blonde ones, they'll use them, they'll already be bagged and ready to go right out of the bag. What we have here next is our red leaf right here. What a lot of these customers look for is the color right here, the contrast from red to green. The reason it's a little more green down here is because of the sunlight. It doesn't reach that much in there, but the rest of the outer leaves are a little more red. It's just because the sun hits right there. You know, they also look for the ribs as well. You know, just to make sure that they're nice and straight, nothing too ribby right here. And then they just cut it in half, right? We'll cut it in half, and then we'll see the core right here. A little short still. It should be short. Again, right, this product probably still needs a couple more days to grow, but overall, that's what they look for, that contrast right here from red to green. Next one we have here, it's another one of our varieties. What the customers look for here is a high amount of leaves. Again, right, you got the straight ribs here. You cut it in half, cut this base right here, and you get that nice high amount of leaves right here. You know, just with one head. Again, you got that nice color contrast from dark green to basically a lighter yellow, again with the bleaching effect. But a lot of customers want that high amount of leaves because you get a higher yield like that. and you don't have to really worry about planting too much plants out there. What we have here next is our varieties. They call them little gems. As you can see behind me, right, you can see a couple different sizes. So each bed has 2 different varieties, and then we're still looking at them, trying to see, you know, what kind of quality they might have, if they have any special traits. But overall, they call these plants little gems. So it's almost like a mini romaine. It's not a true romaine, but what the customer looks for is, you know, a nice dark green color, a little bit of a sheen, what we call this, a shiny part right here. It's got a buttery texture as well. Normally these are packed in clamshells for the stores. Again, what these customers look for as well is the contrast in here. You can see right here again, a nice dark green color to a yellow, you know, for the basically a bleaching effect as well. This product's used mostly in salads as well. Sometimes I've seen them in sandwiches and bag salads too. So it's a lot of product too. You know, again, nice contrast in your bowl. You eat it, and it's got a buttery texture. It's almost tastes like a butter leaf. Next variety we have here is it's considered a green leaf, if you want to say a green leaf. What we call it a sandwich leaf, and that's just because it's got a high amount of leaves. And what some of these customers use these for is for the sandwich application. So what you get here, you get a high amount of leaves per head. You know, just on this head alone, we can sometimes even get up to 25 leaves per head, 26 leaves. And I mean, even then, you know, that's how much leaves we have. And some of our customers like to harvest it and basically use it in food service, meaning that it'll get sent to either nationwide fast food restaurants. And the reason, again, is because of the high leaf count. And again, it's a lot of product. So when the harvester harvests it and they take it to their cooler, most of the time over there they're processed. So this gets cut and this gets packed already in the box, ready to go on a hamburger once it gets to the restaurant. What we have here is our next variety. It's a green tango. What's interesting about this variety is that our customers look for the spiky leaves on this, right? I mean, you can see right here how frilly this is. This is what we call frilly margins, and this is mostly used for its leaf. It's not used for whole head. I mean, it could be used for a whole head, but it just depends on each application what the customer wants. Sometimes they might just want it for individual packing of clamshells. You can see here how frilly it is. It's very interesting. The leaf is just, it's flat right here, but it's frilly right there. So it just provides a different contrast, different texture. It makes as well a good burger leaf too, where these fast food restaurants will use them. And you know, because it's so flat, you can just put a bun on it, and you know, put some product right here and on the burger, and just put the bun on top normally. And it's again, it's a lot of product per head too with this. So it just depends what the customer wants. Basically, you know, we have a little bit of everything. So what we have here is our spring mix plantings here. So each metal sign, basically, you see it's a different variety. We got reds and greens back there too. So we try to cater to all our customers that come out here to see, you know, if there's something out here that they like, and you know, we will trial with them afterwards if there's a particular variety that they found interesting. What we have here as well is what we call spray mix combos. As you can see, right, there's different lines right here of different plants. We have our red leaves, our green leaves right there, red oak, a green tango, and then we also have a Lola Rosa, what we call Lola Rosa. The reason it gets planted like this is that some of our customers like to harvest this all in one pass, and what happens here is that it mixes all the leaves around. So once it gets to the processing plant, it's already mixed up. There's not a lot of handling of the product that they have to mix around. It's already good to go. What we try to find is we try to find different varieties that have a different speed. As you can see, all this is nice and equal, maybe exception with this one, but everything else here is just nice and growing. Normally, again, we just try to match what the customer wants. Okay, so what we have here is what we call a red oak. As you can see right here, we normally just plant it at high density, but what a lot of the customers look for is that what we call a branching, right? It's a little rounded on the top, but it's a little bit of a branch. Again, this is in our spring mix catalog, but this variety has got a nice reddish color with a nice contrast right here. That's a little bit green here at the base of the leaf. But this is what's found basically in all your packaged salads that are ready to eat. You know, coming from 3-Star Lettuce, right? A lot of people assume that we only sell lettuce seed, but we also sell some spinaches. You know, again, right? Each customer will come by and they'll take a look at our varieties, and then they'll choose what they want to see in their own fields. Normally, there's different types of leaves on spinaches, so it just depends on the customer's application, what they want to do. You know, likewise, right, they look for the color, for it to be to medium green to dark green. Again, right, it just depends on our customers, what they want, what they look for. Thank you for taking the tour here with us today. Again, we thank you. We have 2 offices located, where we have one in Yuma, Arizona, and we have one in Gonzales, California, which is the Salinas Valley. So we offer custom trials, as well as basically tailor-made schedules as well for our customers. If you have any questions, again, you can visit 3starlettuce.com.